Hello everyone, welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Before we get started, I would like to thank each and every one of my subscribers out there. Thank you, for you guys have been absolutely great. I am also, you can keep in touch with me through Instagram, Google+, YouTube, what else? Email and Facebook. So that's how you can keep in touch with me. But really thank you so much for all your support. Today we're going to be doing my most requested recipe, and that is learning how to make puff pastry from scratch. And I know this can be very intimidating, because I was intimidated for the longest time for making this, but I'm going to make this really step by step. I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, and it's going to be very simple. I like to have my videos very simple. So let's get started. We'll review all the ingredients, and then we will also, while I'm doing the dough, we will also talk about the difference between puff pastry and shortcut pastry. So let's get started. Number one, what I have here is 4 cups of white flour, just white flour. Bought from the store, just put it in here, 4 cups. I have here 1 pound of unsalted butter. Now don't panic, because this 1 pound of, let me go back, 1 pound of butter is going to make 50 pastries. So it does go a long way. So here I have half a lime. We're going to be squeezing half a lime in it. My butter is unsalted, so we are going to be adding some salt in there, and I have ice cold water here, about 2 cups. I think we're gonna need the whole 2 cups, but we'll see once we start binding our dough. Now I have a really bad cough, so you guys will just have to bear with me. Okay, all right, so and the other thing is also, I wanted to point out that your butter does not have to be frozen. It does not have to be cold. It can just be room temperature. But also, I mean, it shouldn't be where it's like melting away, but it should just be enough where it's holding its shape and it's nice and, nice and firm. So now I've got 4 sticks here making up 4 pounds. So 1 stick is 4 ounces. So we're going to put 4 ounces of butter first into our flour with the salt, and then what we're going to do is we're going to rub it together and make it like where it resembles a crumbly mixture. The other 12 ounces we will, after binding our dough, we will put it inside our butter, or inside our dough. So let me go ahead and add salt in here, and you just kind of want to eyeball the salt. So I would say I put in a good 2 teaspoons of salt, and I'm just going to put this on the side. I just want to mix the salt and the flour well before I start mixing the butter. Okay, so now with your hands you just want to start crumbling the butter, just like so, just like so. Do you see that it's not really soft, like melty soft, but it's good enough for us to work with. Now this step is very important, because you want to get that crumbly mixture. It's important to massage the flour and the butter together really well. So going back to discussing, I've had lots of questions on me wanting to talk to you about shortcut pastry and regular pastry. Now, when we make regular pastry, which is this here, this is used mostly for like cookies. In Gujarati we also say kara biscuits. You can use it for like making those pinwheel cookies. You can use it for just rolling it out, putting like chicken or whatever you want on it, Nutella or whatever, roll it up, make slices, and then baking it. So basically you kind of want something that's going to layer up a little bit. It's going to be crispy, it's going to be golden. Now shortcut pastry is done a little bit differently, where you're going to use it mostly for like putting it on like a chicken pot pie, or making tarts with it, or using it mostly just like a pie crust, mostly like a pie crust. So, or that's mostly what I use it for, and that's how I differentiate the two in my kitchen. Okay, so do you see here, it doesn't take very long, but just you have to make sure that you kind of, so when you see here, when you do this, it's gonna like hold its shape. See that? It's gonna hold its shape, and that means that the butter has really gotten into the flour. Okay, now to this, what I'm going to do is, oops, sorry about that, I'm gonna add the lime. And you really want to stick to half a lime. You don't want any more than that. Okay. And then we are also, I have one sitting in the refrigerator, so we're also going to be baking up some pastries to show you exactly what it's gonna look like. Okay, so now we're gonna slowly, don't put all the water in, just slowly we're gonna start, and we're gonna start binding the dough. Okay, now there's steps that we need to do for this. Once we roll the dough out and put the butter in it, I'll show you how we're going to start rolling it. Then it needs to go in the refrigerator. So basically, got my ring stuck there. Basically what you want to do is remember 6. Always remember 6. That's how I remember it. So the first time we're going to fold it 2 times, and then, and I'll show you exactly how, then we're going to stick it in the refrigerator. After 20 minutes, we're coming back, we'll take it out, we'll roll it again 2 more times. Then we'll put it back in the refrigerator, and then we'll take it out 1 more time. So 1 more time, so that means that we've got the next two steps. We're again going to roll it out, and that's it. So always remember pastry 6. I always remember it that way. That's how I remember how many times we have to fold it. Once you get that down, seriously, this is like a breeze. It's not that big of a deal to make it at home. And I love the home pastries just because they stay crispier for a longer period of time. They're a little bit more harder, and they don't they're not soft where it flakes out completely, because you want the texture of the pastry to be nice and a little bit stiff, not like too soft, because you also want to you want to taste that filling, whatever you have in the middle. And the filling can be really up to you. You could either do ground beef, where you just saute ground beef with onions and bell pepper, onions and ginger and garlic, and just dry saute it. You can do it that way, or you can make a vegetarian one where you just do potatoes, and I will do a video of just the vegetable filling that can be used for either this or Punjabi samosas. So so it really and you can also use these to make apple turnovers. Oh my god, they turn out so good. Homemade pastry, you have less preservatives, it freezes for about 6 months, and you get two blocks of, you're going to get 2 blocks of these, which if you're just doing the pastries, you're going to get out 50 pastries. So and it's going to be way cheaper than buying it from the store. So see how we have our dough here. It's not really stiff, it's not so soft. It's just in the middle, and you want it where it's just cleaning up your bowl all the way on the side. Now this dough, we're gonna let it rest. I'm gonna cover it. We're gonna let it rest for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Let the gluten and everything, and flour is like, it has like little pockets in there. Just remember flour as having little pockets. Right now it's going to absorb everything that we put in, and that's exactly what we want to do. And I'm sorry if I've been jabbering a lot, but there's a lot of information out there, and I've got cooks from really 10 years old to seniors So really, the information I think is very important. So now we're gonna let this rest about 15-20 minutes. When we come back, we're gonna start folding this, and I'm gonna show you how it's done. So we're back here, and I just let it rest for about 20 minutes, and it's good. See, that's good. Just gonna put it down. Okay. And what we're gonna do is, I think I'll be more comfortable if I have my gloves on. Okay. Okay. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slice the dough like this. So we're going to open it up just like that. Now we're going to add our butter in here, and this cannot be made with oil. This cannot be made with any oil or any other margarine or anything like that. This is puff pastry, and you know, to get the optimal results, you have to use butter. So now, now what you want to do, just want to bring up all the sides just like that. And this recipe, by the way, was taught to me by my mom. So thanks, Mom. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't know how to make this. Okay, now I'm just going to add some flour. And you want to have a little bit of a working surface. So if you see, I usually use my other smaller cutting board or kneading board. I'm gonna use a big one now just so that I'm comfortable, because we're gonna roll this out. So in fact, I have to move this. Forgot that we're gonna be rolling it more this way, okay? Right. Now you just want to keep on rolling first the middle, I would say, because all that butter is in the middle. Okay, you want to keep on dusting it with flour, and then also don't forget to turn it around so you are not just kneading on one area and then you're gonna have all that butter come out on you. Now if you have a little bit of butter that comes out, don't worry, you're fine. Just either put flour on it and just keep on rolling. Okay. So if you can see here, there's an air bubble here. I'm just gonna pop that. Okay, there we go. Turn it around, go ahead and fold it just like that. So this is fold number 1. Important, fold number 1. So we got how many more folds to go? We've got 5 more folds to go. So now from rolling it like this, I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to roll it the opposite way. And folds are very important, and it's also very important to put it in the refrigerator for 20 minutes. If you plan to do all the folds at one time, it's not gonna work. The gluten is really gonna build up, and you're really gonna have like a very, very hard, stiff dough, and it's not going to work. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it like this. I don't wanna confuse you. Just wanna roll it out so it's also not only just oblong length, but also we've got the thickness here. And this here, it'll go to normal once it's just the butter that's sticking out. Okay, there we go. So I'm also going to be using this pastry dough to make a leek and onion casserole type of thing. So make sure you watch out for that. So if you haven't subscribed, so we're gonna get the pastry out. 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. So what I usually do is I just remember it. So it's, we already folded it twice, right? So now see how it's folded this way? So we're gonna go and we're gonna start with the opposite way, okay? So now again, we're gonna put some flour so we don't have any of that butter oozing out. Okay, we're just gonna start rolling. Okay. You just want to make it long enough so you can fold it. So there we go. That's fold number 3. Now again, we're going to turn it out opposite. Flour it just a little bit here. Okay. I'm just gonna turn this just a little bit so I can get the width done. And this foldings are where we're gonna get our layers from. So when we cut into it, because like I told you, we're gonna have two pastries, two pastry bunches where that's how they're gonna go in the freezer. So when we take one out, one will make about 24 to 25. So just wanna make it just a tad bit longer here. You can just eyeball how long it is. We have a measuring here, we can do that, we can measure it. So it's exactly 14 inches. So that's perfect. So now again, opposite, and this is fold number 4. So now again, we're gonna put it back into our foil, and we have the last time that we're gonna put it into the refrigerator. I'm just gonna put a 4 there. Sometimes when I get really, really busy, I wonder, well, you know, how many folds do I have to do? So I know I've already done the 4 folds. And now, again, I'll stick it into the refrigerator. So I got this out, and remember how I marked it 4? That means that I've already rolled it 4 times. I just want to be careful. I want to save this foil because we're going to use it to wrap here. All right, so see how it is wrapped like this? So what we're going to do is, for the last time, flour our board and go the opposite way again. So now there are other videos out there that don't show the whole 3, and some of you might be bored, but I really had to show this because the comments, like I said, I have got viewers as young as 10 years old that watch my videos, and you know, I had to show the whole procedure because this can be really, really, really confusing for those who are not advanced cooks. So now what we're going to do is we're gonna roll it the 5th time. Got some black sesame seeds on here because I was rolling it out for the other one here. So, okay, so that's 5, all right? So now we do 6, and again, we're gonna do it the opposite, okay? So this is the last time we're gonna roll it. Now I'm not gonna make this really, really big. I'm just gonna make sure that it's thick and my middle is also rolled out. Okay. So at this point now what I'm going to do is I just want to measure it. It has to be around 12 inches. So I've got just a little bit to go. Okay, so now you just want to put it right there, and I'm gonna measure 6 right there, and I'm just gonna cut it. Okay, I want you to see this. I want you to see all these layers. It's really important for you to see the layers, and this is what's gonna give our puff pastry the puff, basically. So this is done. Another very important thing that I want to tell you is when the packaging of your pastry. I cannot emphasize enough that please package your pastry properly. If you just put it in foil, sometimes the foil breaks up in the freezer because you might move things around, and then you've got pastry with freezer burn and it smells icky. So what I usually do is I package it twice. So I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to put the plastic on top of it. I'm going to wrap it up really nice and tight. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my heavy duty foil. I'm not going to put it in just any foil. It's really important that you use heavy duty foil for this. Okay. So you want to put that right on, just like so. And don't skimp on the foil when you're making your pastry, because you know it takes a lot of hard work to get it up to here. Okay, and then the only thing left now is that I will make sure that I date it. So 6 to 8 months in the freezer. So we're gonna put this on the side. Okay, now I'm going to show you. It's hot. Let me just put it right over here. Our pastry, see how it's done? And what we're going to do is I'm just quickly going to show you. I made one video in Gujarati, which was my mother tongue language, and it's on YouTube. And I got so many comments, emails saying, well, why didn't you show us the end product? of when the video is done. So for this video, I feel like I'm just going to show you the end product here. So even though I had made those score, it looks like I can't really see. Well, I can, so I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, do it just like that. Okay. Okay, and I'm not going all the way through right now. I just want to make sure that I've got my pieces right. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Got 20 out of this one. I should have rolled it a little bit more when we first did it, but okay. So you just want to make pieces like this, and you can still see the layers of the butter. See how they're all layers? It's going to turn out really, really good. Once you start making this, you're going to stop just buying pastry altogether, because the taste is just something else. So here we go. I just like pushed it down so I can have a little bit of, oops, I need this one. Okay, I'm just gonna roll it into a square shape. There's a couple of ways that you can make these. You can either make them into like a triangle shape, or you could make it into just a quick, you know, just like that. Just looks like, okay, I need to grab I knew I was forgetting something. I need a fork. So now I've got two types of fillings here. I've got here just a ground beef mixture that, you know, just mixed it and just dried up the water, added ginger, garlic. I've got a video in Gujarati, in my mother tongue language, if you just want to see the procedure done. And then here I have a potato and peas mixture, which is completely vegetarian. Now, as you can see, it's smoking because I just made it, and this video is also uploaded on YouTube. So if you want to see the vegetarian, how I did it, you can see it on there. Right now, I'm just going to be filling it with the ground beef mixture, just because the other mixture is really hot right now, and I need for it to completely cool down before I can start stuffing them in here. So you just want to put about a tablespoon of mixture in here, and I'm just going to go ahead and just fold it like so. Okay, now because this was our end piece, it's not going to be like completely triangle, but it's good enough. And I'm just going to close it up here with just a fork, just like that. And then what I'm going to do, put it on my in my tray, and I'm going to give it an egg wash. So I'm going to putting egg wash in it. Now, let me just quickly roll out one more to show you the other way that you can fold this. So you could do the triangle shape, and then you can do tablespoon of mixture, maybe just a little more, just like so. Just overlap it so it's like in a square shaped. Now I'm also going to be uploading a recipe of how I make a filling from dates, and it's an amazing mixture. So it's going to be a sweet concoction of filling for these kind of pastries, and they turn out absolutely amazing. So you've got the pastry and you bite in it, and it just hits you with like fennel and dates. So make sure you check out that video as well. So do you see here, I'm just going to do two here for you to see. I've got one in triangle shaped, and I've got one in more of a square shaped. So basically that's it for this. When you put make sure you put your egg wash on there. And now there's one very important thing. I'm going to quickly close the video, but one very important thing, and that is that when you want to bake these pastries up, you want to make sure that you put it at 400 or 425 degrees. If your oven is extremely low in temperature, like if you put it at 325 or 350, what's going to happen is it's going to have too much time and all your pastries are going to open up. So by having the temperature of the pastries higher, pastries are going to stay intact. Now I want to show you a little bit of differences here. Whew, it's hot. Okay, so what I did was I just like dressing my food up. So with this one I had dried parsley and I had sumac that I put on here. On here I put black sesame seeds and sumac. On this one I just did sumac. This one I just did the parsley, dried parsley. Again, dried parsley. And this one here is just black sesame seeds. This here is our plain ones. Now this here I want to show you is how you make your cookies at home. If you want the pastry cookies, which is also called kara biscuits, this is how they're made. Look at the puff in it, see? And if you try it, it's still hot, but look at the puff in there. Look at how look at the layers in there. It's just beautiful. It just tastes really good, homemade. Now, a quick pointer before I close, and I promise this will be the last pointer. If you want to make these like in a curry type of thing, like a curried kara biscuits or curried flavor in it, just put in a little bit of turmeric, and you can add like a little bit of crushed coriander, a little bit of coriander, and a little bit of turmeric, your salt, some ginger garlic paste when you're binding the dough, and that will give you a really nice flavor of like a curried puff pastry. So that's it. I'm not taking any more of your time. I'm sorry if this video has become long for you guys. I really apologize for that, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this time with me. I thank you for sharing your time with me. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope I can see you here next time with another great recipe. See you then, friends.